Our leaders may be foolish, disobedient, led astray, slaves to various passions like Nero and pleasures. Passing our days, we were in malice and envy, hated by others and hating one another. But that's not who we are anymore. And you ought to have sympathy. When you look at our leaders and you can't stand what you see, the perspective here is that you better dissent with the right attitude. Because, you know, their foolishness, their disobedience, their enslavement was ours. We recognize our testimony, and we have a distinctively Christian disagreement.
Can we dissent? Yes. Let's rightly define it based on whose rule book, earthly kingdom or heavenly kingdom. God, He does indeed permit us, while submitting to the government that He has installed, allows us to speak to the government, to say, we don't like that. But two thoughts for your consideration. What is our message to that government? Can we say, hey, we don't like taxation? Sure, you can. We hate abortion. Absolutely, we can dissent in that matter, but because we're members of a higher kingdom, you and I should have an emphasis on a different message. Repent! You're being evil, government. You are accountable to King Jesus. You will give an account for this piece of terrible legislation. Repent. Flee from the wrath that is to come. Do you see how our message is different when we remember that we are members of a different kingdom? How is your dissent? How is my dissent informed? We need to remember there are forces that are pressing down on us constantly. And I'm not talking about the spiritual realm. I'm just talking about life. Where you live, what the traffic is like, how many tall buildings you have, the nationalities represented in your zip code, how much people make, how much you make, what you watch on TV, the music that you listen to when you're shopping at the grocery store. All of those sounds and sights and activities, they get in there. And we need to remember that they can influence us and cause us to act like citizens of a different kingdom. What am I talking about? Are we listening to the dissenters on cable TV or talk radio that are sharp, that are snarky, that are disrespectful, that have turned dissent into a sport? Is that who we are?
There's a time to dissent. There's even a time for us to say, we cannot do that. We have to go this direction, and that's fine. But all the time our attitude needs to be, we respect the authority, even when we disagree with the one in authority, and that's critically important. And we've lost most of that in our society. It used to be a tenet of American culture, but it's not anymore. Now we make sport of being disagreeable, angry, and speaking evil of one another, particularly our leaders.
How are you doing, dissenting Christian? You know how that social media is. You gotta be plugged in and connected. So would you please like, subscribe, or share this video?